A pleasant afternoon, morning to you, wherever you are. I am Dr. Elena Sherwood. It is 12 noon Eastern Standard, and I am here for my weekly live relationship advice segment. Let me know where I'm finding you as you watch. So I do this every week. I was a couples therapist. I was a licensed couples therapist for 35 years. I have now retired my license, but there is a lot of information that I really want to give to you. So today's topic is, are you believing lies in your marriage or in your long-term relationship? And so I am ready. Today I'm going to talk about 7 lies that are often believed by people, which are really myths. And nobody chooses to believe these, but these are just things we fall into believing because we really want for things to work out. And so if you catch yourself, as I read some of these out and you think, that's me. This is just, I'm sure that at some point or another in my 33 years of marriage tomorrow, I have believed one or several of these as well. So let's get started. If you do have questions, feel free to post them and I will get to them as soon as I can. All right. So lie number 1. He's just stressed. Stress happens to all of us. Stress, we get really exhausted and we get preoccupied and we get impatient and we get ill and we are just not ourselves because too much is going on. Yes, that happens. But if you need to understand, this is something I want everybody to understand. Yes, somebody can be stressed, but taking it out on you is not okay. That's the reality check I want for anybody in a relationship to realize. Everybody gets stressed, but nowhere is it okay that this is dumped on you with not very kind behavior. If they can behave themselves well around everybody else, but not on you, that's a problem. And so, yeah, I invite you to check if these are things that are kind of lurking around in your brain. All right, lie number 2. If I were more patient, calmer, had better words, if I were just more pleasant and maybe less depressed the way I get sometimes, things would be better. Yes and no. None of us are perfect, and if we are always looking for the perfect way to present ourselves, can you imagine what that kind of life would feel like to you? And no. Relationships are supposed to be about, it must come with all kinds of level of cutting each other some slack. Yes, not too much, but never expect that you must be the perfect anything and everything for your relationship to work. Ooh, can you see this? I hope you can see this. Excuse me, I get a little sip of water. Let me know where I'm finding you as you join in. Love to know. All right, lie number 3. It's not that bad. Other women have it worse. We have this belief that there's some kind of category of, your pain or your discomfort or what you are experiencing that is very difficult there's no ranking here. You do not need somebody to say, yeah, you know what, that is bad enough. There's no competition on who has it worse here. What's bad for you is bad for you. What feels bad for you feels bad for you. And let's honor that. All right. So That was number 3. I am in number 4 now. And I'm going to actually, this next one, I have a video coming up sometime within the next few weeks that's going to be released on it. He loves me. He just doesn't know how to show it. Love is not enough. Love is not enough. Love is not enough. Love is not enough. We need, glad you're here, we need respect. We need kindness. We need truth. We need honesty. We need some understanding and some acceptance of what is being given to us. We need many other things outside of love. A lot more than just love. I think some of the things that people struggle with is, they'll say, well, he's not very good at expressing himself, or she's not very good at expressing herself. But I know deep down, the love is there. If this person you're with seems actually not too bad with expressing affection or kindness or to anybody else in their life, maybe to their parents, maybe to their siblings, to their good friends, there seems to be all kinds of flowy kind of goodness there, but not with you. There's no problem with expression. Expression, the ability is there. And so I want for people to understand that sometimes you really need to, this is what the video is going to be about. Sometimes it isn't about whether love is there, but it's about who this relationship is turning you into. Or rather, what? What kind of human are you becoming in this relationship? Just going to leave it at that for now. All right, number 5. All right. This one, I've used this one too, and I'm going to give it a little bit explanation. Things will change when the stress passes. The kids are older, we move, he gets help, she gets help, all of that. Things could get better, yes. However, relationships are, some stressors are worse, but you cannot be, if the relationship only functions when things are calm, when there are no problems. It's like having a car that is okay unless you get bumps, unless you get rough terrain, unless you get unless you have to maneuver too much. That doesn't stick. And so you cannot expect these circumstances out there to improve, to be the determining factor that are making or breaking you. Yes, those are big and they can be overwhelming at times. But if your marriage breaks under stresses, it's not sounding terribly strong. I know, these are not very easy to listen to, are they? All right, that was number 5. Number 6. I kind of alluded to this one earlier, but are you, Dr. Elena, taking questions? Yes, absolutely. Once I finish my little outline of things that I want to talk about, and I'm at number 6, and I'm talking about 7 things, I will most certainly answer the questions that pop up. So please do. Number 6. I just need to find better words to explain to him. If you are in a relationship that requires for you to speak like you're in a job interview, because you put all of this pressure into presenting at your absolute best, that's a problem. If you must perfect your communication style to relate to this person that you have chosen and that has chosen you, that's a problem. Because you can still be kind and respectful and be blunt. The important thing is the truth must be able to flow out of you, and it's okay for you to say, I'm not going to say this perfectly, but here it is. Yeah, you should not need a whole whack of communication courses to get through to each other and to say exactly how you need what you need to say. Yes, in time, you guys get better. You both get better at hearing and listening and communicating and picking the words that you think is going to help. Absolutely. But that's over time. And so, anyway, I think I've kind of said that a lot. So thank you for the likes. And okay, number 7. Line number 7. It would almost be easier if he just cheat on me or hit me. God help us. At least then I'd know. Some people feel like they need credit card statements or to be able to screenshot the exact text of them cheating or communicating emotionally in an inappropriate way with somebody else. Some people think I need the absolute hard evidence for there to be proof. Sometimes the only proof you have is you just feel really, really awful about yourself around them or after communicating with them, or just the way that you are being received or not received or ignored, or there are just sometimes your first clue is, why do I feel so awful in this relationship all the time? And so some people think, yeah, I need this, and I need the bruises. No, there are all kinds of levels of bad that have no actual receipts, hard evidence that looks like this, because sometimes the biggest one is you're getting ill. Like you're just kind of shut down and you're nervous all the time and you're becoming deeply, deeply, deeply insecure about everything. And you find yourself playing detective. And that's not, you should not have to play detective to see if you're actually safe in your relationship. So sometimes there's just this hard feeling of doubt. You can't explain it, but it's there. That's important. So those are the 7 lies that people have believed. Would you feel better if I just read them all off really, really quickly? Because in case you weren't paying for those who just, okay. Number 1, he's just stressed. Number 2, if I were more patient, present, calm enough, he'd be different. Number 3, it's not that bad. Other women have it worse. Number 4, he loves me. He just doesn't know how to show it. Number 5, things will change when this stress passes, or when the kids are older, or when we move, or when he gets help. Yes, but mostly no. So, and number 6, I just need to find the right way to explain to him. And number 7, it would almost be easier if he just cheat or hit me. Then I'd know. So those are the 7 lies that we tend to tell ourselves in a relationship. And we think that this kind of wishful thinking and this false hope, or this kind of earnestness that we have to make it work, will be enough. Oh, how I wish it was. So if you have any questions, I'll hang on for a few minutes, or for a few seconds anyway. If not, 1 minute. All right. I do have to get going, it seems, but do put your questions down here. I will answer them. As soon as I can. And thank you for spending some time with me. If you have not subscribed to my channel, now is an excellent time to do that. I come here weekly live, and I do appreciate very much your time and your valuable presence to keep these things going. So I'm very grateful for you for having sat with me here for at least a few minutes. Thank you again.